Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Welcome again on Monday. Today is on Monday. We are so happy to be back on what we call the name. Welcome today. We are so grateful for you joining. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you who is joining. I don't know how your weekend was. You are most welcome again to our Kingdom Business Insight. I'm so grateful. Just for a minute, I take my phone and I invite few people just around me. And if you are watching me and you are there, just take the phone and help me to invite some people so that they can join us on live streaming. So just a minute, I'm there already. I'm there, and I can see already we are there. So let me do the sharing to the groups. Let me share to the groups so that we can invite many people to our program today, and then we can be able to proceed from there. We are so grateful to God. So I don't know how your weekend was. Mine was very good to be in the presence of the Lord and the Lord to speak to us and the Lord to direct us. It was so good. We are so happy to our God and to our Father. So karibu sana, welcome each and every one of you who is joining this afternoon. This afternoon, we are so grateful for each and every one who is joining this afternoon. Wherever you are watching, you are most welcome. You are most welcome. Wherever you are watching, you are most welcome. As we start a new series today. Today we are starting a very new series by the name, we are calling it The Habits of the World. The habits of the world, because the world has its own habits, and that habit is what we want to look. What kinds of the habits should you use? Should you operate at with your wealth? That's what we want to look today. So you are most welcome as we look at those habits of the wealth. So help me to, I have done all the sharing. Now I want to share on my WhatsApp. So that my people who are on WhatsApp, they can follow me, they can join me right now. Join me live streaming. So I'm just doing it, the sharing to as many people as possible, so that you can have what you're calling so many people joining, because there's a new series. So as we start a new series, I believe it will be a very transformative, it will be really a very transformative program that will bring a lot of understanding from where we left last week, because there is where we started. So I believe this will be a continuation. So having done that, now I can give the people on the TikTok. And just imagine I'm doing all this so that I can have all the people joining me. So just a minute. Just a minute. I just put it there. Thank you. We are there. We are set to go now. We are set to go. So we can be able to start now. As the people on the TikTok join, the people on the Facebook, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. The people on the Facebook, you're most welcome. As we start and as we continue. So let's start our program today. Sometimes you do like this. You are there to do everything. So, and this is what in the business people do. Sometimes when you're starting the business, you start when you are everything into that business. So I thanks so much for those who have joined. I can see we have already 2 people who have already joined. On the Facebook, you're most welcome as we start our program and as we continue. So we are starting a very new series today, and the new series that we are starting today is called The Habits of the World. The Habits of the World. So, and we want to build from where we left last week, where we were looking at the money mindset, and we want to develop from that point, and we are looking to what we are calling today the habits of the wealth, the habits of the wealth. In other words, what we are doing today, we are building the daily practice that prosper you, building the daily practice that prospers you. In other words, this is what we are saying, and I want to start by saying this is what we are saying. Wealth is not what you wish for, it is what you practice. Wealth is not what you wish, it is what you practice. That's what we call the wealth. So the wealth is built on the foundation or on the basis of the basis of the practice. There is a consistent building of the discipline, the routine, the documenting, and consistency that you do every day, so that you build a habit of the wealth. Without these four characters, then to build the wealth becomes one of the most difficult things. So for you to develop the wealthy habits, you require to have the consistency, you require to have the persistence, you are required to have documenting, and finally discipline. These are the things that they build the wealth habits. In the context of Africa, and particularly in Kenya where I live, many chase wealth as it is one-time event. So they are chasing that wealth as if it is a one event occasion. For example, like a sudden jackpot, or they want to have a lucky break, and they think this will bring the breakthrough in their lives. But the truth is, sustainable wealth doesn't arrive suddenly. It is cultivated daily. It is something that is done every day until you perfect on it. Like a brush, how you brush your teeth or you drink the water, wealth is maintained through the habits, not on a miracles. I know when I sound such a kind of a wonder, most of the people I know, that it does not go well with some people. But the truth of the matter is, the way we maintain our teeth, the way we maintain we maintain by that kind of by taking the water, it is just the same habits that we apply in the business. So the finances are not maintained by miracles. So this series, as we start, is about is not about the financial hype where you hype the people. It's about the financial hygiene, how you develop a certain kind of the hygiene in your wealth. It calls to the shift from handling money from a point of the emotions to a point of emotional reactions to an intentional money routines. So in other words, we love to have that kind of a money, which most of the time it is so emotional reactions. So whenever you have that kind of a money, there is a reaction that is occurring and is occurring. You're working with it. No, we are not looking at it from that point. We are looking at it from a money that has been developed within a routine. And what is this routine I've been mentioning many times? It is a structured money. For example, a budget which will be applied not on the tracking. You know, in Africa we always track our expense. That's not a structure of money. I'm talking a structure where you prepare a budget, and then on that budget you have already agreed in your mind, this is what I'm going to do, and you apply it. So that's what we are going to do. Just as the poverty has a pattern, just as the poverty has some patterns, so also the prosperity has the patterns. You know, most of the time I look at these kinds of the pastors that they preach more about the poverty, poverty, and they elevate the poverty. But you find they don't give the alternative of the prosperity. So they will show you the patterns of the poverty and what is the cause of that poverty. They will say it's a generation curse. They will say it's an altar. Yes, they will say you have not given a sacrifice. All of those things, when they are counted, all of them together, they will say it is that. But the truth of the matter is not that. But when they have said that, then they should also give the pattern of the prosperity. Because a habit is driven out by another habit. So in other words, when we define the word habits of wealth are the consistent, repeatable behaviors, the system and discipline that attracts the manage, the growth, and the perspective over the time. So we are saying the health and the habits of the wealth, it is a consistent, repeatable behaviors of the wealth that they are learned on a certain financial system, not on any other system, but there is a perfected system that they are using, and in that system they have a discipline of doing it. That's in that way. It is the only way can be able to be possible. It is when there is consistent management of that system. It will bring, if there is a consistent management of the system, then it will bring the growth and perseverance, or it will bring the preserving of that wealth over the time. So that wealth, it will not be just a one time and then the next minute you don't have. This includes some actions like saving and investment. They will bring you to that level. Some actions like saving and investment. They will bring also what we call the mindset discipline of the money. And that one, it is something like a patience. It's something like learning. It's something like the gratitude. A wealthy person is not someone who owns more. It is someone who repeats with wealthy building behavior without being reminded. A wealthy person, let me repeat myself, a wealthy person is not someone that owns a lot, but is someone that is building a wealthy repeatedly without being reminded. So in other words, if they are doing a saving, it is a routine. On 15th, I do my saving. On 30th, I do my investment. So in that way, he has a money mindset discipline that is having the patience, that is having the gratitude, that is consistent. But without this, it becomes very impossible for them. So how do we develop the wealthy people? You know, as sometimes I've been in these kinds of the church and we are being told, you are going to become a millionaire. And we say, yes. That's a wish of thinking. It is a financial hype. The wealth is not built on emotions. The wealth is built on